Nice. And kickoff has started. V1 Zeke starts off, passes it straight to Real. Real now, trying to draw past Royal Blues, and he does get a few dribbles in, but passes it down to the left. Now this is a very competitive game, but with the likes of the Royal Blues attack, defense, we could see them get the win. I'm not too sure about how the table looks right now, but we could see anyone win at this point, especially with how All Stars have performed recently. I don't know if you guys remember last week, but playing against Galaxy, they did struggle quite a bit, and it does go out. Now, referee Shimpy taking the corner. Doesn't really try and go into the box, but does try and pass it wide. But Vivify takes it, gets a bullet through, but All Stars just blocking those shots. But Vivify steals it away, but unlucky. Pass didn't really go through. But now, 9Z underscore RM. He's gonna try and pass it wide to Mooseman. Mooseman sees the middle open, but goes straight to Vizik. Now, straight to Pixar VN. Pixar VN now. So finds a few options, but Length steals it away comfortably with 9Z underscore M against Acid. Acid right on his tail, but Chainsy steals it right off of him. Takes a bit too long. Flick doesn't really go through, but Chainsy does indeed take it away. But now Acid comfortably shows he can handle that pressure. But Adzino now. Adzino against Mooseman has a bit of space to think about it, but Real trying to make his pass available. Goes for a through ball and picks. Does end up getting it, and it's not offside. 2v2. Real flicks through. Takes a shot and goal. Real 1-0. Now, kick off again. Now, I didn't even realize this, but All Stars did have only 8 players, and they are leading by 1. And they've just gotten Rolls Royce added to the squad now. So we should see stronger All Stars than we did in the first 2.5 minutes. But cleared away beautifully. We've seen all Royal Blues get a lot of chances through, but haven't really gotten any shots through. But they have gotten a lot of the possession so far. But Mooseman now just passing it back to Shimpy. Shimpy playing into space while thingy. But Vivify, beautiful save by Spectral. Now Adzino sees pretty much no one, but Acid is open, but decides to pass it back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper now takes it a little bit up front with Length, pressure again, but Chainsy now. Chainsy sees Rolls Royce, his first touch of the game possibly, but Eternal does steal it away. But Mooseman now gets to touch again. Sees Vivify. Vivify gets it back to Mooseman again. But Mooseman sees 9Z underscore M. Eternal now finds a few options down the middle, but I don't think they really want to go for the cross. But gets it a little bit high, but Adzino mosses it out of Vivify's area. But picks now. Sees Chainsy. Chainsy flicks it back. Smart pass by Chainsy. Now Acid slowly goes up with the ball. Real and Picks making the run. Picks don't think he's offside here, and it isn't. Gets a beautiful ball to Real, but Mooseman right on him. He might have to go for the pass, and he does go for the pass. But Adzino now. Adzino blocked by Shimpy. Beautiful block. But Vizik now. Vizik sees Acid. Acid making that pass available, but does indeed pass it to Eicht. Lags a little bit, but it might have been just from my side. But Chainsy now sees Adzino. Adzino to Eternal. Beautifully gone through, but Vivify in the box goes into the inner for some reason, but had the chance, but the reach was a bit too strong there. Chainsy sees Adzino again. Could see the same thing happen again. Does get that dribble through with it Rolls Royce, but hits the crossbar. Unlucky. Real against Mooseman. Mooseman will probably reach it, but Real does indeed take it. And Mooseman takes it right back, claiming what's his. But Mooseman goes down the right, but decides to pass it back to Okuzi, the old Starbound goalkeeper. And now sees Shimpy again. Shimpy goes up front. Shimpy's done a decent job with just holding the ball this game so far. You know, 5.5 minutes gone past, and we have seen a decent play from Thingy. But Acid flicks it back straight to Eicht. Clear the way to Pix. Pix now goes down the left to Vizik. Vizik slides through to the left. Finds Real. What a ball it is. But only Pix open in the box. Now it is a 4v2 with Acid and Rolls Royce slowly trailing back. Gets it through to Acid. Acid, but length steals it away and passes it straight to Vivify. Vivify sees Eternal. Goes down the left. Chainsy stuck marking on Vivify, and Acid is trailing a bit behind. But Stamina could catch up to Eternal. But now we're slowly seeing the attackers get into the box. Vivify tries to cut back. Sees 3 attackers in the box. Is he going to go through? Acid might get the block as well, but taken away by the All Stars defense. Super Swag, first touch of the game. Tries to get it to Moose. Doesn't quite hit him, but is a decent run from Moose now. But All Stars just hot camping that box, making sure they don't get any reaches. But no one actually gets it this time. But Eternal gets it through. What a goal by length. Now Real takes the kickoff to Eicht. Sees Vizik. Now we've seen quite a decent amount from All Stars, but I think the issue is they've been focusing too much on defense. We're seeing even some attackers dropping down to the midfield position. But I think if they really want to score goals here, they're going to have to actually keep the pressure just like this. But Real takes a bit too long on the ball. Didn't really quite get it too, but 9Z_RM spins through against Physique. Sees a few options, but again, this is what we're seeing from All Stars. Everyone just pushing back. Now Pix is the only one that's actually up front. Everyone else is just on the same line as the defenders. But 30 seconds left on the clock. Could we see something? I think Royal Blues are going to try and hold this for last attack, as Okuzi does slowly go up, but pass doesn't really go through. Pressure is on. Vivify does take it. 17 seconds left on the clock. Shimpy down the left, completely open. Tries to dribble against Physique, and it does work. Shimpy completely open. They're probably just going to hold this for last attack, and they eventually do. 2 seconds after the clock. It is last attack. Okuzi goes up front. Gets it through to Vivify. Vivify shot and goal. Now, kickoff does go through. Royal Blues starting off the second kickoff. 9Z starts it off with Real, trying to get that interception, but doesn't really get through. Now 9Z again. No one then attacking really that much from All Stars. Again, just everyone, even picks the main attacker, staying back for defense. But as they are 1 goal below, a bit of server lag there, but as they are 1 goal below, they are going to have to pick up the pace here if they do want to win. 9Z does take it straight to Eternal. Length, but Chainsy steals it right off of him. Sees Rio, but Length steals it right away. Straight to Ominous, but blocked by Act. Beautiful block, saving them from another possible goal. I think that would have been in, but Real now sees a few options. Rolls Royce going through the middle, and at Zeno get it through, but could have been a great ball to Rolls Royce if Vivify didn't steal it there. Shimpy now down the left again. Sees a few options, but decides to go for a short pass to Eternal. Sees Shimpy again, but flicks it through, sending Pix a bit far into the halfway line. But Mooseman has plenty of space to think about it. Does get it through. 9Z blocked by Vivify. Vivify sees it again, but blocked by Ect. But keeper dives into it. Picks. Should have been a handball, but again, All-Stars got lucky here. Acid, but stolen by Vivify. Passed straight to the keeper. Could have been bad because Ukerzi was just typing there. Would have been funny if they accidentally scored their own goal, but Ukerzi goes up a tiny bit, playing it a bit risky, but super swag now. Straight to Eternal. Eternal, plenty of space to think about it, waiting for the attacks to go in the front. But Chainsy does a great job defending, but plays a bit lazy there. Eternal seals it back, but Chainsy again takes it to straight to Acid. Acid with this with the fast pass. Acid, Adzino. Acid making that run as well, but Adzino, he's gonna have to try and get it through to the attackers. Sees Ached, physique down the left. Probably gonna wait until the thingy, but does get it through, but a bit too high for all of the attackers and the defenders. But Eternal keeps it in. Acid and Rolls Royce trying to keep that pressure, but pass straight to Chainsy. Could see another attack here at Zeno. Drives in. Picks Rolls Royce and Real all in the box, but 9Z does a beautiful job of intercepting it. Chainsy. Straight to Acid. Acid might go for the bullet. Goes for a low pass to Real at Zeno. Steals it away. Straight to Pixie. And save by Ukerzi. Bit delayed, but beautiful save by Ukerzi. Eternal has a few options, but we'll pass it to Vivify. Vivify sees Eternal. Eternal. Shimpy. Shimpy drives to the left. Sees length. Beautiful ball through. And passes it back to Vivify. Vivify always goes for that bullet, but Eternal gets it through. 3 attackers in the box. Now a 4th with Vivify joining them. Beautiful goal by 9Z_RM. Now, All Stars kick off. Straight to Chainsy. Chainsy to Pix. Pix tries to get a through ball to Rolls Royce. We're going to see a 1v1 against Ukerzi, but Ukerzi does get the ball just in time, diving it. Straight to Eternal. Eternal drives to the left with Real slowly catching up to him. Eternal's stamina is running out. He is going to have to pass quickly, but Acid gets it through. Acid tries to dribble through. We do see this from Acid towards the end of games. Does try and try out different stuff, but Rolls Royce now has this ball with Mooseman, trying to pressure him. As 3 attackers are in the box, it's a 3v4 in the attack, but Acid gets it straight to Edzino. Beautiful ball to Rio. Rio shot and goal. Bottom left. Now kickoff starts. There have been a few discussions with the goal that was just scored, as Royal Blues were trying to say that the goal was should have been a lag goal, but after VAR checks from the referee, they've realised that he lagged after the shot was taken, and there was a bit of server lag, so they counted it as a goal. So All Stars do have a chance. 2-3 could at least end this with a draw if they do play this smart, but a win for All Stars isn't a bad shout. It's not impossible if they do keep up the attack and if they keep up the tactics that they've seen so far. The Royal Blues will try and go for the cross, but sees blurred after the subs, and a beautiful save by Spectral with blurred. First touch of the game, nearly making an assist. Physique now to Acid. Acid against 3 now. 3 Royal Blues attackers will try and get it through, but passes it straight to Ached, who is driving a bit back, but Chainsy now. Plenty of space to think about it. Super Swag will have to attack it, as Adzino already being marked by Eternal. Adzino does take it indeed. Sees Chainsy again. Shimpy driving towards Acid now. Sees Physique down the left. But dribbles past Shimpy. Physique should get it through, but lags. Super Swag passes it back to Akazi. To Super Swag. We have the All-Stars players complaining about the refereeing system, as they believe that shouldn't have been a lag call, as Acid apparently said he stopped, which may have seemed as a lag call, but Royal Blues will try and get it through. 9Z does get it past. Wide. Allahu Akbar indeed. Spectral now. Sees Physique. Physique to Pix. Could have been a bit too high, but Pix does stay with it comfortably at Zeno now. At Zeno. 3 ball to Real now. Mooseman right on him. Waits for Pix to get in the box, and he does get it through, but cleared away. But they do have another chance. Chainsy straight to him with 1 minute left on the clock. Does get a high shot. Beautiful goal by Real. Now length straight to Mooseman. Now Akazi. The score is 3-3. Could we see another goal in the next 45 seconds? Extra time might be called, as we have seen Royal Blues waste a little bit of time towards the end of the first half. But Eternal finds the attack in the box, does get it driven through, but cleared away straight to Zero. Beautiful defense showcased. Now we could see All Stars trying to delay a little bit of time again, maybe trying to hold it until last attack, but I do see at least 1 minute of extra time being called. 10 seconds left on the clock. Physique now trying to hold it. Spectral as well, not really going up just in case the extra time does get, but last attack, but full time.